Welcome to Quiet Stories for the Heart.
Ethan Cole was always 5 minutes early. Not sometimes, not when it mattered, always. Meetings, appointments, trains, even casual coffee with friends if something started at 10. Ethan was there at 9:55, standing quietly, waiting without complaint. People noticed, some joked about it. Some found it unnecessary, a few thought it was a little strange, but Ethan never explained it. He would just smile and say, "I like not rushing." The truth was simpler. It came from his father. Being early, his father used to say, means you respect life. Not time, not schedules life. As a teenager, Ethan didn't understand. "We're just gonna sit there," he'd complain. And his father would reply, "Then we'll sit there peacefully instead of rushing there stressed." That stayed with him more than he realized. His father passed away suddenly when Ethan was 23, no long goodbye. Just a quiet absence where something steady had always been. In the weeks after, everything felt rushed, like time was moving faster than he could keep up with. One morning, without thinking, he left early and arrived at work ahead of time. He stood outside, checked the clock, 9:55, and in that still moment, he heard his father's words again. Being early means you respect life. For the first time, it didn't feel like a rule, it felt like something he could hold on to. From that day on, Ethan kept the habit. Those 5 minutes became a quiet space between where he had been and where he was going. Sometimes he just stood and breathed. Sometimes he noticed small things he would have otherwise missed. It wasn't about being early anymore. It was about not rushing past life. Years passed, and the habit stayed. No matter what changed, Ethan was still 5 minutes early. It became one of the few steady things he could rely on, until one evening, those 5 minutes mattered in a different way. It was a Tuesday, ordinary in every sense. Ethan had a meeting scheduled for 6 p.m. He arrived, as always, at 5:55. He stood outside for a moment before going in. The street was quieter than usual. That's when he noticed her. A young woman stood near the curb just past the crosswalk. She wasn't moving like everyone else. She wasn't looking at her phone. She was just still. Ethan might have walked past, most people did, but he had 5 minutes. He approached carefully. "Hey," he said gently, "are you okay?" She didn't answer right away. Then, quietly, "I don't know." Ethan nodded. "That's okay," he said. A brief silence settled between them. Then he added, "I got here early, so I have a few minutes." She glanced at him. "Early?" "5 minutes early," he said. Something in her expression softened slightly. "I wish I had something like that." Ethan thought for a moment. "Sometimes small things are enough to hold on to," he said. She shook her head. "It doesn't feel small." He nodded. "Then maybe we just get through the next 5 minutes." She looked at him again. "Why 5? 'Cause that's what I have," he said simply. They stood there as the city moved around them. Cars passed, the light changed. 1 minute passed, then another. Ethan didn't rush the moment, he just stayed. After a while, she spoke again. "Everything feels like too much." "I understand," he said quietly. She hesitated. "Do you ever get past it?" Ethan took a breath. "You don't get past it all at once," he said. "You just get through small pieces of it." She nodded faintly. After a few more quiet moments, she stepped back from the curb. Just a small step, but a real one. "Thank you," she said. Ethan nodded. "You're welcome." She hesitated. "Why did you stop?" He gave a small smile. "I had 5 minutes." She returned a faint smile, then turned and walked down the street. Not fast, not slow, just moving forward. Ethan watched her for a moment, then checked the time. 6:01. He was late. For the first time in years, it didn't bother him. That night, he thought about his father again. Being early means you respect life. Now he understood. It wasn't about time. It was about making room, about not rushing past moments that might need you. Ethan was still 5 minutes early the next day. But now, those 5 minutes meant something more. They weren't just a habit anymore. They were a quiet way of honoring something that never really left him. A small legacy, carried forward in moments that matter most.